So week 2 has come to a close, and it's in the history books. So I hope everybody enjoyed week 2 of the NFL season. I know I have, especially last night. 2-0. Alright, so let's do the week 2 review, and then I'm going to make my predictions on week 3 of who I think is going to win and who I think is going to lose. So here we go. So they kicked it off Thursday night. The Jets beat the Buffalo Bills 37-31. You know, I predicted the Jets to win. That was tough for me to do. Like, I didn't know who was going to win. This was just a whatever game. Not a big surprise. The Carolina Panthers beat the 49ers 46-27. I knew that was going to happen. It's just not a big surprise to me. What else was not a big surprise to me? The Baltimore Ravens beat the Cleveland Browns 25-20. Now, I will say this. The Ravens were down by 20 points, and good teams, they come back and win. Cleveland Browns do what they do best. They just choke at the end. That's what they do. That's the Cleveland Browns for you. The one that really surprised me, the Tennessee Titans, out of nowhere to defeat the Detroit Lions 16-15. That was a big shocker. I didn't expect the Titans to beat the Lions, to be honest. But you never know on any given Sunday. Anybody can win on any given Sunday. So there you go. The Texans surprised me and beat the Chiefs 19-12 after back in January when they got smoked by the Chiefs in the wild card round last season. Houston pulls off a victory 19-12 over the Chiefs. And I was expecting Kansas City to do a lot better than this, but man, they blew it pretty big. So, okay. Not a big surprise. Miami Dolphins choked to the Patriots 31-24. But their quarterback, I don't care what his name is, or whatever. He got hurt. I'm not sure if he's playing again, but I don't even care about the Patriots. I'm getting sick and tired of the Patriots. The Giants pull off a victory against the New Orleans Saints 16-13. Not a big surprise to me. I pretty much knew that the Giants were going to win. The Saints they're trying to win games, but they can't finish off and win games. The Steelers beat the Bengals 24-16. The Steelers are pretty good. Might be potential Super Bowl contenders. Who knows? We'll see. The Cowboys beating the Washington Redskins 27-23. Not a big surprise because the Redskins are a decent team. It's just that I don't think they're going to be as good as everybody thinks they would think about the Redskins like last season. They're not going to be as good as they were. The Cardinals surprised me after losing to the Patriots last week. Played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and smoked them 40-7. Beat down the Buccaneers. What a good comeback. The Los Angeles Rams beat the Seahawks 9-3. This was a boring game. I'm going to admit to you. This was a real boring game. And I know it was in LA and everybody was excited. First game back since '94 that the LA Rams play in a regular season game, and they're playing the Seahawks. Nobody scored a touchdown. This was a boring game. But the defenses, both the Seahawks and Rams defenses, they did really good. They did really good. One game I was surprised about, the Colts went down against the Broncos 34-20. Colts are not as good as they once were. I could be proven wrong if they keep on winning games, if they do. But they're an 0-2 start. Man, oh man. The Falcons beat the Oakland Raiders 35-28. This one surprised me, honestly. I didn't think the Falcons were going to beat the Raiders. I thought Oakland would be 2-0 by now, but 1-1. But whatever. It's an any given Sunday. The Chargers surprised me and beat the Jaguars 38-14. But throughout the whole game before the fourth quarter, the Chargers were on top. They were owning the Jaguars. Jaguars 0-2, but we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the season. The Vikings surprised me and beat the Packers 17-14. That was a big surprise. I didn't think that the Vikings were going to win. Now Adrian Peterson got hurt. But, coming through injuries and stuff, overcoming the injuries with their best players, they find a way to win. I tip my hat off to the Vikings, but can they win in Week 3? We'll see. And last but not least, the Eagles defeated the Chicago Bears 29-14. I knew they would. I knew by hook or by crook, the Eagles were going to find a way to win. They don't find ways to lose anymore. They find ways to win. And that's what I like about the new head coach in Carson Wentz. He finds ways to win a game. We have to live as Eagles fans. We have to live with drop passes that they're supposed to be catching. They should be catching balls. I know they ain't perfect and they're gonna drop balls, but we have to live with it and move on and focus on our next game, which I will discuss in a little bit in Week 3. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to Week 3 of my predictions of who I think is gonna win and lose. So here we go. So we're gonna kick off Thursday Night Football on CBS. It will be also on the NFL Network and on Twitter for whatever reason. Okay. The Texans against the Patriots, and they're both 2-0. One of them's got to lose. To be honest, I really don't know who I think is going to win. Without Tom Brady, I'm going to take a gamble on this pick. I'm going to pick the Texans to pull off a big victory against the Patriots. If they're going to lose to somebody without Tom Brady, it's going to be the Texans. I'll be surprised if the Patriots pull off a victory, despite the fact they are going through their best players with injuries and stuff. Rob Gronkowski, Tom Brady being suspended still for the next 2 weeks. We'll see. But I'm going to pick the Texans in this one. Okay, the 1 o'clock games on Sundays. The Cardinals against the Bills. The Cardinals are going to win. I'm going to pick Arizona. And the Bills are going to be 0-3. Next game, the Oakland Raiders against the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to pick the Raiders in this one. Because that win with the Tennessee game against the Detroit Lions, that was a fluke. It was a miracle that the Titans won. Redskins against the Giants. Shoot. I'm going to pick the Giants because I think they can pull off a victory. Though the Giants are going to win by 2 points against the Washington Redskins. That's my prediction. I'm sticking to it. The Browns against the Dolphins. This is going to be the Dolphins' first victory. The Browns are going to probably take the lead. And then in Miami, they're going to smoke the Browns in the second half. Because that's what Cleveland does. They choke. Not the Buffalo Bills. The Baltimore Ravens against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, boy. Last week I picked the Jaguars to win. I'm going to pick an upset. I'm going to pick the Jaguars to get their first victory against Baltimore and pull off an upset. I could be wrong, but whatever. The Lions against the Packers. I'm going to pick the Packers in this one. I like their chances against the Lions. Yeah, they lost to the Vikings in a close game. Whatever. I mean, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. So, whatever. The Broncos against the Bengals. I'm gonna pick the Broncos. They're gonna go 3-0. I don't like the Bengals' chances in this one against the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos, in my humble opinion, they got the best defense in the NFL. Just like last year, they're the same team like last year. They got a really good defense. It's going to help them to go to the playoffs and probably be a Super Bowl contender again, without Peyton Manning and without Brock Osweiler. So I expect the Broncos to win against the Bengals. The Bengals are going to get outplayed. It'll be a close game, probably win by 6 points or something like that. Minnesota Vikings against the Carolina Panthers. Ooh, boy. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to pick the Panthers to beat the Vikings. It would be an upset if the Vikings go 3-0 and beat the NFC champions, the Carolina Panthers. That would be an upset to me. Now we get to the 4 o'clock games. The Los Angeles Rams against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, this is a toss-up. This is one game I really don't care. If I gotta pick anybody, I'm gonna pick the LA Rams in this one. They should be able to pull off a victory against the Buccaneers. Probably get some touchdowns for once. The 49ers against the Seahawks. The way that the Seahawks have been playing lately for the last 2 weeks, I feel like they're not in the groove. This is a toss-up, to be honest. Why not? I'm going to pick the Seahawks in this one. They should be back in the groove by now. New York Jets against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to pick the Chiefs in this one. They should get a victory and recover from their loss against the Texans. The San Diego Chargers against the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are not the same team like they were a couple of years ago. I don't know what the hell happened to the Colts. They're also not in the groove. They're just not good enough. I don't know. I'm going to pick the Chargers in this one. I'm just going to pull off a victory by 5 points against the Colts. But I could be wrong, but whatever. Whoa. The big game, in my opinion, the game of the week. Pittsburgh Steelers against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be... Okay, I want to talk about this game. The last 2 weeks, Carson Wentz has done a really good job. He's been playing excellent football so far. Is he perfect? No. But he's done a great job. In my opinion, if he stays healthy, he could win Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. If there's anything he's going to win this year, it's Rookie of the Year. But now, Sunday, at 4 o'clock, or 4:25, they got a huge test. They got a big test. And they're playing against Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is going to be I predicted the Eagles to win this game against Pittsburgh because I thought they were a better team. But I'm starting to second guess, can the Eagles win? Is Ben Roethlisberger going to finally win a game in Philadelphia? Because he has not won a football game in Philly in a while. I don't think he's ever won a football game in Philadelphia. Because the last I checked, he struggles in Philadelphia. This game could go either way, to be honest. I will not be disappointed or upset if the Steelers win against the Eagles. I gotta pick my team, the Eagles. I gotta pick them. They're probably gonna win in overtime by 3 points in overtime. It'll be determined by a field goal in overtime. That's my honest prediction. So the Sunday night football game, the Chicago Bears against the Dallas Cowboys. I picked the Cowboys. The Bears suck. I'm sorry, the Bears suck. They're not that good. The Cowboys, I like their chances better against Chicago. I'll be really, really surprised if the Bears do win and pull off a victory out of their ass and beat the Cowboys. Like, if that happens, then there's something wrong with the Cowboys organization. Like, why would you let this victory slip in your hands? This is a victory for the Dallas Cowboys that they have to win. And I predict the Bears are going to be 0-3. And it's just that the Bears are not that good. I'm sorry to all you Bears fans. The game on Monday Night Football, the Atlanta Falcons against the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to predict the Saints are going to get their first victory against the Atlanta Falcons. They got to win at some point in time. They're not in the groove, the New Orleans Saints, but I'm pulling off a upset victory against the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are a decent team, but they're trying to get back to the groove. So I'm going to pick the New Orleans Saints to win. So that is my predictions for Week 3 of the NFL regular season. And thank you for watching my video. Make sure to like this video, subscribe today if you haven't. Follow me on Twitter and like us on Facebook. The links are down below in the subscription box. And someone interrupted my damn video. Other than that, I'm CJ Hawk 85, and I'm gonna go insane.